no idle just to ring. Up, up and running. I'm awakened, no sleep in my eyes. Focus, I sight up the heights. Awakened, no sleep in my eyes. Focus, I sight up the heights. Early morning as I rise. Deep breathe and exercise. Feasting on the sunrise. Hold a higher reverence for my sons and wives. I'm awakened, no sleep in my eyes. Focus, I sight up the heights. Awaken, no sleep in my eyes. Focus, I sight up the heights. Awaken, no sleep in my eyes. Focus, I sight up the heights. Awaken, no sleep in my eyes. Focus, I sight up the heights. Jelly water to my heart, yes. You know I've got to break my fast. Hit the street, no retreat. Must be strong, can't be weak. Chant on Babylon, won't accept defeat. I'm awakened, no sleep in my eyes. Focus, I sight up the heights. Awakened, no sleep in my eyes. Focus, I sight up the eye. Oppressive, deceptive leaders make the massive get passive. Implementing laws and orders so them rights them surrender. With them scriptures, psychological strictures. Fools keep cool, adhere to your rule. Use like tool, burden heavy laden like a mule. For too long, battered, murdered by your weapons. Insistence and sustenance, building institutions, training intellectual morons, tactics of assimilations, grooming spies to maintain your lies. I was watching you from the corner of my eyes, seeing clearly through my spiritual lens, knowing that you are not my friends. Can't be tamed, can't be bent. Like a lion broke from your den. Now a revolutionary in your territory, armed and dangerous, confidently knowing liberation is a must. I'm awakened, no sleep in my eyes. Focus, I sight up the heights. Awakened, no sleep in my eyes. Focus, I sight up the heights. Awaken, no sleep in my eyes. Focus, I sight up the heights. Awaken, no sleep in my eyes. I'm focused, I sight up the heights. Awaken, no sleep in my eyes. Focus, I sight up the heights. Awaken, no sleep in my eyes. Focus, I sight up the heights. Awaken, no sleep in my eyes. Focus, I sight up the heights. Hey, 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 hey. Morning has arrived.
Yes, greetings people, and welcome once again to your Intercommunal Sound Service Tunes and a Talk. Got a great show lined up for you, and just to let you know, I will take this time to address a little situation just to make things clear due to a conversation from one of my very good friend for many years, plus a vivid listener, viewer of Tunes and a Talk, and just want to share some more information. So stay tuned for that, and in the meantime, just enjoy some lovely music. And you just heard from Aymara himself and the track entitled Awakened. So keep it locked and keep it real. That was the sound of master core player and my good friend Kadialy, Kouyate, and a track entitled Diamba Dongo. Yeah, so much respect Kadialy, and yeah man, stay tuned also because there probably be some interview at some point with Kadialy here on Tunes and a Talk. Like I say, I do have a lot in store, and this is a space you all need to watch. Now, I want to take this time out to clarify something to you all, explain something, and address a very interesting, situation I had over the weekend with a friend of mine. I'll deal with the situation first and then, kind of explain some things to you all. Now, a while back when I posed the question and I raised it Friday about when was the last time, you made love. I want to get into that. But first, I want to handle a response I got from a friend. And what it is, you have to set boundaries, just like for children, you do have to set boundaries as an adult. Sometimes you do have to set boundaries for people, even people being an adult. And reason being, sometimes people can cross a line, or they continually cross a line because there's no boundaries set. Now, such is the case with a friend of mine of 19, 20 years. And I've seen situations where I've kind of pointed it out to the friend on how you speak to people. You have to be careful of your tone, what you say, your gestures, because you could really offend other people in many ways. All right. So that being said, I got a voicemail and a text from the friend together, and they addressed the question I asked. And first up, they say, it's a personal question, like I shouldn't be asking that kind of question and all that jazz. I was like, okay, all right. Then it went on to mention about the fact, when I explained that I'm creating a space, not just for myself, but other people, I explained what's happening globally, how it's, affecting us as musicians. And there are many people who are creating outlet just to survive and keep going. So I decided to, explain what I'm creating, what I'm doing, and ask for the support openly, And the friends I've contacted from before and explained to them, everybody is in agreement and totally support what I'm doing, except this one friend of mine. And what happened is that apart from saying, the question asked was personal and probably could, offending people and, and my apologies, there was persons who answered, but I didn't even realize because they answered after. And how, they responded, it's like it was in the midst of a conversation. It was, text. So my apologies to one of my vivid listeners and viewers, And nobody took it personal. The persons, that regarding the question, nobody took it personal. Some people say, boy, it's been a long time, that kind of thing. And just look at it from a different perspective. But I guess this kind of somehow went under the skin of my friend. Now, they went on far as to say, they will not pay me to watch my channel, that kind of stuff. And I was like, okay, where are we going here? Where is all this coming from? So I kind of said, no, I got to really address this. So I was just clearly saying, I didn't ask anyone to pay me for anything. I explained clearly what's happening, what I'm trying to do. And I'll get back to people once I find out certain things and see how we can work as, a collective, as a society in supporting each other. I'm trying to create a space to support other people. Because take, for example, I've contacted people far in the Middle East, as artists, musicians, who are willing to get other people on board and support me with work, and I can support, and we all support each other. And that's what it's about. Because this person is also a creative person who have supported, or commissioned their work also, So for them to come up and say they will not pay me to watch my program, that was not the case. I wasn't asking anyone to pay me. It was a case of support, and I explained. So I guess my friend didn't understand or something just kind of blocked the thought process. But what really kind of put me in a space, say, I have to draw the line right now. And it doesn't matter how long I have been friends with this individual, but there comes a time you have to seriously draw the line. And this is where I draw the line. For them to go as far and say, why don't I ask my family and my ancestors to donate to me instead? I was like, where is this coming from? You know? Why don't I ask my family and ancestors? Now, when I break it down and look back at everything from how the conversation was constructed and the tone and all of that, that wasn't coming from a very nice place. Now, in my space, I try to embrace a lot of love, a lot of niceness, a lot of beauty, because there's too much around us for, certain negative energy to be constantly creeping in. And if it's coming from people who are close to you, somehow in life, sometimes the people who are really close to you, they are the ones who hurt you the most. I'm not saying you block everyone. But for a comment like that from my friend, I have to draw the line. No, I am not a perfect being and I never fess to be, but I can praise myself in saying there are certain things in this life I have never done, and I am comfortable with myself who I am and when I make decisions. And what makes it hard for me to digest this easily is that the friend also stated they thought about their response very well. You hear me? They thought about the response very well. And I was like, well, this isn't coming from a place I would want to be or come in my circle. So as such, I have drawn the line. And that's it, my people. And to, make clarity, some people have figured out when I do my Tunes and a Talk really isn't a viewing program, despite some people really appreciate the background and the setting at times, because I try to bring a little bit of nature and share that, but it's actually a listening program. So it's a psychological move because I wasn't interested in doing a podcast. So people who have figured it out, it's a listening program, and that's the truth. Of course, there are times you can view, that's fine too, because I have people who have called me saying they are sitting watching Tunes and a Talk on the big screen and it's beautiful with the background. And I really appreciate that, But when I do things, I think about what I'm doing. When I'm doing a Tunes and a Talk, people, I really prepare. I make sure my headspace, my space, everything around is really pleasant and I'm feeling great to deliver the show. And even if I'm feeling a bit down probably and I need to do the show, I'll share that with you. And it's me sharing, saying, I need your support to lift me up at this point because I'm feeling a bit down. So nothing is wrong with that, So when I ask the question, when was the last time you made love? Now listen, in your mind, right away you're thinking about, maybe in bed, hugging, kissing, having sex, all of that. No, not necessarily. It's how you interpret it. And remember when I asked this question, I said clearly, love has a huge umbrella. And it's how you decipher the question I just asked you. So when I ask you, when was the last time you made love? You can interpret it in many ways. For example, if I say, I made love to my son, what would you think? You all know I'm no pedophile or all of that, and that's not in my forte. So what would I mean? So that leaves you with a question, well, what do you mean, Ripton? Now you have to understand word and terminologies. Make is also the same as create. So if I make a toy for my son, I create a toy. So you can create love. Are you following me? So when I ask you when was the last time you made love, make love, I'm asking you when was the last time you create love. So me talking to you right now, you're hearing my voice or seeing me in the screen that you're looking in. I am making love to you. I am creating love because I'm doing this from a place of love and sending that to you. So when I asked the question, it was a metaphorical question, but mainly it was also a psychological question. Because people seem to think that speaking about love now is a taboo issue. which it's not. People are quick to find the negative aspects of life and focus on all the wars that are going on, the confusion with this global situation, and haven't got time to even think about love, family values, the essence of life. People are drifting. So when I ask the question, I am more than within rights to ask the question. So to you, my friend, you were the only one who took offense, and sometimes taking offense can make you create a line of defense which cause one to, cross a boundary, step over a boundary. So I gotta push you back over the boundary. Simple as that. So that's my take, people. When I ask you questions, I don't just get up and ask for no reasons. There's a reason behind it. And what it does, even if you do not respond, it makes you think. And you cannot deny that. If you hear I ask you a question, it makes you think. And I'm going to address one question I asked a while back because quite a few people said it was an interesting question. And I asked you a question, what is the essence of your presence in reality? What is your essence of your presence? What I'm simply asking is, what is the beauty of you being in life? Simple as that. What is the beauty of you being in life? That's all. So I create the terminology. What is the essence of your presence in reality? So there's always psychology to it. It makes you think because we need to mental calisthenics, people, exercise our mind. People are getting too short-sighted, too short-term. The attention span is too short. And we need to focus and bring back the essence of our being, our mind state, people. It's very important. That is what makes us grow as human beings. So my next song to you is from a great friend of mine, or with great friends of mine. And I've performed with them before, and we've kept communication over this period of time, share music, and just all around general beautiful people. And I want to send a shout out to my Iranian friends. Big up yourselves, Golnar, Mahan, and everybody, the entire team. And it was great to catch up with you. Well, this recording, we spoke yesterday. So I'm looking forward to all those materials, Golnar and Mahan. And I understand the new project, so I look forward to that also. And thanks for sharing that when everything is complete. And I know we'll speak again, but I look forward. Mahan, remind Golnar next week. All right. So, and thanks for also introducing your other musical friends to the platform. And I thank them very much for also sharing their work. So I'm looking forward to a whole mountain of work from you all on that side. And I know we'll meet again and get some more work done. So to you, my listening people, the ones who have subscribed, the one viewing, watch this space. And I'm just trying to bring the beauty of the world to you. And that's why I understand people like Michael Jackson. People say this and that about him. Nah, the guy was just full of love and was about humanity. Nothing was wrong with that. It's all about love.
این دنیا
That's the beautiful sound of Golnar and Mahan and the track entitled Negaram from the album Direct. Yeah. So thanks for coming through, both of you with the tracks, the album. Really enjoy it. And I'm looking forward to the rest of the work that you all will be sending over, plus the other work from your fellow comrades in the music industry on that side of the world. And peace and love and respect to you all, your families, and the musicians, and hope all is well with you all. Keep on keeping on with the beautiful sound frequencies. Now my next track to you is from my hometown, homegrown, homeboy, Blackout JA, aka Christopher Hendricks. Yes, and this track features Liondub and YT, and this one is called Greatest Treasure. Check it out.
She was there from the very start, uplifting my soul and taking to me yard. Hey, she has been broken by many men, still she's giving her the love. Big things are going, watch you now, man. All of the original cocks, man, them you will say. Be a girl, we running a girl farm. You know, see a panic come to deal with them case, man. Sin, watch this, run things, say.
Say, me have to big up all them and then from your love your woman. Whether you keep 1,000 and you only keep one. From you find a good woman, try don't cheat and wrong. And I nothing for you, leave you and find a next man.
And then you can't put material above the woman. Show respect and love to woman. Woman or your mother, you feel care for woman. Always try to be there for woman.
Woman, you want me perfect half. You want me love to me soul and me heart. Anywhere we step, you know say anywhere we walk, we can't stay for rapper. We no business when nobody want that.
Now it's written in the books about the role them play. Man, well love woman, you not gonna make them stray. Love me to them heart and me love them same way. Love me in person a million
Cause
ways.
when me born I know myself, I just say woman them me rate. If you don't believe, say Father God great. Look at the woman them so pretty, look at the woman full of shape. Mother Earth, the greatest thing him create. Me woman is essential part of me plan. She a the main one, me can't stay far from me. Well strong reasoning, firm meditation. If me now move right, she have to tell me say me
She
wrong.
make me ask if I beat anytime me see the thing day. Me have to make a way and me have to get thing day. Watch the king day, when me a fling way. She knows say me have to chant and sing day. Me love the woman like how me love sensei. And when she come in on me up, she not go get way. Hold me baby, then you squeeze me. I'm in love with a girl just like that.
Inna the battlefield, my woman, she a me strength. We not no time a waste with the petty argument. The woman in our life, in meditation, a be right. No bag a ding inna me is day and night.
Woman is so important. You don't love woman, then I ramp you a ramp. Characters, shaman, woman vibrant. Longevity like kerosene lamp.
Me have to big up all them and then from your love your woman. Whether you keep 1,000 and you only keep one. From you find a good woman, try don't cheat and wrong. And I nothing for you, leave you and find a next man.
And then you can't put material above the woman. Show respect and love to woman. Woman or your mother, you feel care for woman. Always try to be there for
Woman, you
woman.
want me perfect half. You want me love to me soul and me heart. Anywhere we step, you know say anywhere we walk, we can't stay for rapper. We no business when nobody want that.
Now it's written in the books about the role them play. Man, well love woman, you not gonna make them stray. Love me to them heart and me love them same way. Love me in person a million ways.
Give all respect to all the cocks Monday. And them man alone keep girl pick the bread. Fire burn, no feed a sound boy dead dead. Ali but no walking on when they in that dead dead.
Yes, as we say, much respect, and hope you enjoyed that. And I just want to say much respect to each and every one for coming through and just enjoying the vibes and sharing, the time and space. And like I say, really stay tuned because I've got some stuff coming up, and I'm just looking forward to all the contents I'll be adding and just taking tunes and a talk to a different dimension. And as such, when I did last week introduction, I made an introduction about Nicky's toolkit. And as you all know, Nicky's like a sister to me also from Jamaica. And Nicky is a lover of life. She's a mother. You'd say she's a part of a solution, a yogi, and an Ayurveda student. And, being qualified in her department, just like myself, we wish to share the beauty of life. And as she said, she's part of a solution. That's the way to be. Try to be part of a solution. There will always be problems, but try to be a solution to the problem. And that's what we strive for. And I hope it does something for you all. So as such, I'm going to introduce Nicky's toolkit. And this week, she speaks about digestion. And you can look at it from a metaphorical point of view or just appreciate it for what it is and what it does for you. So enjoy Nicky's toolkit.
Namaste and welcome to the toolkit. This is Nicky, and thank you so much for choosing to share time and space with me today. It's my pleasure to share time and space with you. And what's on my mind today that I'd like to share with you is digestion. I just had a lovely, luscious, juicy June plum. Living in Jamaica or being in Jamaica at the moment offers me the gift and the blessing of being able to indulge in seasonal fruits, and it's June plum season, so I'm truly enjoying that. I also relish being able to eat food that's in season, and so I started to think about digestion. And I looked at digestion and I said to myself, what are we digesting in these times? Not just in terms of food. As you look at digestion, we're going to look at digestion in an all-encompassing way. Let's look at it as how we are metabolizing everything that we take in and the impact that it's having on our physiology. What are we taking in? How are we processing it? And how is it affecting how we are? And how are we affecting others around us having taken these in? And we're looking at more than just food. And if you think about it, there are some of us who have adverse reactions depending on the kinds of food that we eat. And it's the same thing when we take in anything else through our other extrasensory perceptors. Some people eat beans and it makes them fart. And that's not always a pleasant experience either for the person who is having the experience or the people who are impacted by the experience. So I started to think about digestion in an all-encompassing way. And I'm going to invite you to do the same as well. Look at how we are taking in everything that we're taking in. What are we listening to? What is the content? What is the message? How are we processing it? And when we process it, how is it impacting us in a physiological way, in a psychological way? And when we are impacted as such, how are we then impacting the other people that are in our space? What are we seeing? What are we watching? What are some of the movies that we're engaging in? What are some of the extracurricular activities that we're engaging in? Is it nourishing and supporting? These two words are just constant mantras for me, because if it's not nourishing and it's not supporting either to me or to anybody else that I'm sharing time and space with, I have to ask myself, why are you choosing to engage in it? And so, especially during these times, I want to encourage everybody to look at what you're digesting. What are you taking in through your eyes, through your ears, in your mouth, your thoughts? What are you smelling? Even something as simple as smelling. Because think about it, when you smell something that is unpleasant, immediately your face has a reaction. You might be in a really grumpy mood depending on what the smell is. You might be quite reactive depending on what it is. So, having said all of that, I want to invite everybody that is within the range of my voice to think carefully here and now, today and onward, and look at digestion in its all-encompassing existence, structure, purpose, and look at it as how we are metabolizing all our experiences and what impact is this metabolizing having on our physiology and our psychology. And if we are impacted either with a label of negative or positive, how then are we impacting the other people who we're sharing time and space with? Thank you so much for choosing to share time and space with me today on Nicky's Toolkit. And I wish you healthy intake today. And may everything that you metabolize be nourishing and supportive, not just for you, but for every being that you choose to share time and space with. Namaste.
Na maboko nayo mokoi kolanda te oyo balobio wana semo pepe ya pambadi mabetoko salakana baninga ekofuta maka awana se atansoki okweina nzela maboko na yo ezala se petona miswa nzambe. Be yourself no matter what they say. Ah, yeah. Be yourself no matter what they say. Mola ni matoyo. Be yourself no matter what they say. Mola miso na yo. Be yourself no matter what they say. Be yourself no matter what they say. Kozangeza di sumuteo ndeko nanga yoka baye bazua pe bazanga wana say mukili kasiko bosanaka teo mayele na yo ndebo moina yo atasakyo kwaina anzela maboko na yo ezala se petona miswa nzambe o. Be yourself no matter what they say. Na miswa nzambe o. Be yourself no matter what they say. Be yourself no matter what they say. Be yourself no matter what they say. Kongola miswa na yo. Be yourself no matter what they say. No matter what they say. Be yourself no matter what they say. No matter what they say. Be yourself no matter what they say.
That was the sound of Lokua Kanza and the track entitled Be Yourself. One of my favorite tracks of all time. I love it. Anytime I listen, there's a really feel good vibes. And the lyrical content, be yourself. No matter what they say. As long as you know you're bringing positivity, uplifting humanity, and you keep on keeping on. Be yourself. So I'm going to take a couple more tracks. But before, I just want to say thanks again to everybody who have supported, what I'm doing in many ways. It's not just the Tunes and the Talk platform. And I'm just referring to everything on a whole. From I came into the existence of this earth, my family, my friends, a community of people who helped nurtured me, everybody along the way. And, so many people to thank, but I just want you all to know, living and in the spirit form, that I'm very grateful and appreciative of the love and the support you all have given me over the years, up until this present point of me doing this recording. Everybody. Again, thank you all. So, as I say, watch this space, as I'm planning to bring you a real world of entertainment and create a space so other people, can shine. And that's what it's all about. Yes. So in the meantime, just enjoy the vibes.
This is Mim Suleiman, and you're in tune to your intercommunal sound service, Tune and a Talk, with your host, Soul Liberation. Keep it real, keep it locked, stay tuned.
C'è una terra che non sanno, c'è una terra che ne spacca l'ossa, c'è una terra luce amara, dove l'unico che la va a rispettare, terra roli ramante, inna trina crea, un po' così l'amante, inna se sede, Kouyate scienziate, inna trina crea, terra le condannate, inna trina crea, inna se sede. Succisi, sa di mano e a ballate ora. Succisi, sa di mano e a ballate ora. Succisi, diritti succisi, e io veri chi sa di mano e a ballate. Succisi, ora succisi, che questa musica vi rico cavarrigliate. Successiti, ora successiti, e io mi richiesa di mano e a ballate. Successiti, diritti successiti, che questa musica vi dico cavarrigliate. Siciliano, sogno siciliano, e ti lo canto con lo cuore in mano. È siciliano, sogno siciliano, ha praticato su Brenta che era vulcano. È siciliano, sogno siciliano, e ti lo canto con lo cuore in mano. È siciliano, sogno siciliano, però dopo non me lo giro sano sano. Facciamo un ragamuffin dal gatto Sicily, e se ti su ti piace a ballare così, tu stai dicendo ora gli ascolti picchi, così di Ipercussonici sa balli da Nicky. Facciamo un ragamuffin dal gatto Sicily, e se ti su ti piace a ballare così, tu stai dicendo ora gli ascolti picchi, così di Ipercussonici sa balli da Nicky. Ponte ponente, ponte B, parato dico che non sa fare no. Ponte ponente, ponte B, la sta di riuscito che ne piacerà così. Ponte ponente, ponte B, parato dico che non sa fare no. Ponte ponente, ponte B, la sta di riuscito che ne piacerà così. Come ti sano sentere.
Yeah! And like I said, watch this space, people, because that was my good friends from Sicily. Shout out to Ipercussonici. And love it, love it, love it. So thanks, for the hook up. And like I said, people are just starting to chime in and just sending stuff. And stay tuned. So this is just a taste of what's about to come. And believe me, Ipercussonici, when you see them perform, oh man, it's great energy. So much respect to you all. Keep on keeping on. I'm sure we'll link up again and just keep sending the tracks my way. Yes, and there's more. So people, stay tuned. And before I take my final track to you all, I just want to say I feel great. I feel good in self. And, despite all what we are surrounded by, we just got to stay focused, and everything happen for reasons. We just have to figure out what the reason is and how we navigate. So, as always, we just need to take the time to be kind to each other. Yeah, just take the time to be kind to each other. And as such, people, stay strong, stay safe, stay good, stay in love. You know what I mean? You know what I say. All right, it's been a pleasure, and I'll catch you all next week, someplace, sometime. But keep on keeping on. Enjoy the sound of King Brit with the Sylk 130 and Miss Diva Blue and a track entitled Seasons Change. Take it easy.
Welcome to West Philly's own Cosmic Lounge, where we bring you the very best in soul and jazz. Tonight, Miss Diva Blue.
sunshine, breeze for flowers in bloom. Moonlight, honey drips from love and June. Cut by the passion in the cold. Summer love, summer love, summer love, you know, for the fall. Sight, the sound of the wind fills the room. Snow blind, seasons change after June.